Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, people are so angry at some cruise lines out there. Uh, and I can't blame them in the least. So as you all know, the Holland America Westerdam that picked up passengers out of China, 800 passengers out of China on February 1st, sailed to a cruise to nowhere as every cruise port denied them entry. They weren't able to go anywhere and they couldn't even find a port to get off the ship with. And finally, they are ending up in Cambodia that is allowing them to get off and fly their customers home, and the next cruise for the Westerdam is canceled, and who knows what's going on after that. But people were furious with Holland America for not canceling that cruise or even stopping in Hong Kong to begin with. They say they took money over people's safety and concerns and their vacation. And that's exactly what they did. So no argument there. And now people are absolutely up in arms with Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line has had the Jade and the Spirit in Asia. Now it canceled all of the Norwegian Spirit's cruises through Asia for 8 months, but the Jade is still sailing. And in fact, it has a 10-day sailing on February 17th and a 12-day sailing on the 27th of February. And clients kept on calling saying, look, you're going to Thailand, you're going to here, they're not going to let us go. We want to cancel our cruises. And, well, you can cancel your cruise. You can cancel your cruise, but it's going to cost you. In fact, Norwegian was so firm and so steady in their denial for full refunds or any kind of compensation that at first they were saying nothing. And then they started offering a 10% refund and a 25% future cruise credit back on Norwegian. And people were just saying, what are you doing? What are you doing, Norwegian Cruise Line? That's a ridiculous offer. Offer us 100% future cruise credit and we'll sail with you again. And no, 25% future cruise credit and a 10% refund, and the rest of the money you soak up, you lose. So be prepared to lose, 65% of your money, plus your airfare, plus your hotels, plus your vacation. Just be prepared to do that. And they kept on saying, no, the sailing's going forward. We're not canceling nothing. The sailing, in fact, I was calling Norwegian last week, and that's the answer I got. No, it's sailing. If they want to cancel, this is what they get. And they held firm. No exceptions, no nothing. And many people were saying they're just going to soak up the loss. They're not going to do it. A few people took that offer and said they're not going to, we're not going to risk our lives or go on a trip and end up stuck on a ship and can't get off anywhere like the Westerdam did. And lo and behold, yesterday, an email was sent out to clients saying, because Thailand has refused entry for the cruise ship into their ports, and they can't go to Hong Kong, and that kind of left them, I don't know if it was Thailand, but it kind of left them with only like 2 ports on a 10-day cruise to go to. They have decided, they are forced to cancel the February 17th cruise. And all clients will receive a 100% refund automatically. And as a goodwill gesture, Norwegian Cruise Line is offering a 25% future cruise credit, as well as a $300 air credit per person to cover your expenses. Even though passengers already had to change their flights already because you changed the disembarkation port from Hong Kong to Singapore. So now you're going to compensate them for just this $300 for this time. This is like, I had a really good time on the Norwegian Encore, when I was on it. I liked the ship. It's a new ship. Things were a little pricey to me, but there were a lot of fun things to do. I love the shows that were on it. The food was pretty good. Had a good time. But this is one of the troubles. It's their customer service, the way that they treat their customers. It's always about holding back as much as possible and not giving until they're forced to do it. It's not about doing the right thing. It's about doing the right thing when they have to do it. Like, remember the construction cruise that they did, where they were laminating and shellacking the top decks and had half the top deck blocked off on the cruise ship while people were on their cruise and people were smelling the fumes outside their cabins and through the hallways, and they couldn't get to certain places. Construction guys were slacking this stuff off while people were sitting in their bathing suits 20 feet away. And they said, they weren't going to give anybody any money, and then the uproar on social media forced everybody to get a better offer after that. Guys, you got to do better. You got to do better. I don't know how many times now I've had to come on and say Norwegian Cruise Line is a nice cruise line. It's a good cruise line. They offer a lot of good things. But your customer service is deplorable sometimes. The way that you go about doing things is horrible sometimes. And this is a perfect example. It is now the 14th. I believe this came through late yesterday. So a few days before your cruise in Japan, so people from North America are already probably leaving for their flights and all this to get ready to go. It's only a couple days left. You kept on saying it's going. And every time somebody called you and got you on the phone, you were adamant that the cruise is going forward. Don't worry, we're not changing it. And you've got no answers whatsoever when you call Norwegian Cruise Line, and now you've canceled it. And not only that, quite frankly, canceling the cruise 3 days before the cruise is done and offering the full refund is great, and then offering a 25%, goodwill gesture. You know what? That you can kind of, what you can do with your goodwill gesture in a way. All the other cruise lines out there offering 100% future cruise credit, and they've canceled cruises, weeks away, and they've been handling things fairly well. And you guys were adamant. You were the only cruise line out there adamant about what you were doing in that area. Funny thing is, they've only mentioned the 17th of February. They haven't said nothing about the 27th of February, 12-day cruise. I wonder if how long we're going to have to wait before we find out anything about that. So once again, you're leaving your customers in limbo until you make up your mind. It's only less than 20 days away. You know what's going on in the area. You know what cruise ports are doing. It's time to come up with an answer. It's not time to wait till the last minute again to see if you're able to make some money on that ship. Change its itinerary, do something. Do something for your clients and your customers, because right now, leaving them in limbo like this is just, it's to the point where it's looking very, very poorly on you. And I've been on the threads on Facebook and on Cruise Critic and looking at people who are booked on these cruises, and they are absolutely livid with Norwegian Cruise Line. Not only that, most of them are saying they will never cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line again because of this. So I don't know what the decision making is there, but I understand money, finances, and everything. But these decisions need to be done a lot quicker than this. It has to be looked after much faster than this, because you cannot keep people in limbo like this and then come out with an offer. I mean, my flights to Japan cost me $900 each way. And your little offer of $300 airfare would not have made me very happy had I had to cancel my cruise. And of course, they always say, well, you should have travel insurance. The only type of insurance that will cover this cruise, if you decide not to go, is cancel for any reason insurance, because technically the cruise would still take place. So they're not going to give you your money unless you had canceled for any reason insurance. And if you're familiar with the insurance of that magnitude, it's usually close to double what just medical and regular travel insurance costs. So say a $10,000 cabin on a 14-day cruise is not out of the ordinary for two people. You're talking probably about $1,500 for that kind of insurance. So it's kind of deplorable. I hate to say it, but yeah, the way they are handling things right now is just not great. Where when you look at, for instance, Princess Cruise Lines right now, Princess Cruise Lines has that problem with the Diamond Princess, and they're handling it the best they can. They have to go with what the World Health Organization is saying, what the Japan government is saying, what all the authorities are saying. It's not Princess making the decisions in Japan. They're trying to accommodate everybody, and they know how stressful everything is. So they've already offered, flights and hotels, flights and money back and future cruise credits. That's a standard. They're giving that away. They're also going to put every single one of their employees who is stuck on that ship as well for going above and beyond. They're giving them paid vacations immediately after this is over. So not just one or two, every single person and staff member of the cruise, which I think was a very classy move by Princess. They know what the situation there is, and they're trying to look after their clients. They're trying to look after their staff as best they can. Great. That's fantastic. And then we look at Norwegian, and they're canceling cruises 3 days before. They were offering a 10% refund. Come on. You guys just got to do better. What do you guys think down below? Do you think that offer was fair? Do you think leaving people till 3 to 4 days before your cruise is supposed to take place in an area that's, thousands of miles away from where you have to go, so you have all that traveling to do? Do you think that was fair? Or do you think it's business? You just got to handle it, and business is business, and vacations are vacations, and they have a business to run. Let me know what you think down below. You know what I think. Pretty clear. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.